Okay, so we had a little interruption, so we got to do part two. So the index universal life didn't lose any money. Now, back up here with the variable annuities and the variable universal life, there's a couple companies that had algorithms or active management during 2008, and one of them, I'm not licensed, so I can't mention the name, only dropped 12%, vice 50%, and the other one that was actively managed in the variable annuity didn't lose any because they moved everything over to bonds right before the crash. All right, and so when the market came back, the one that had the algorithm, they lost 12 during the crash and were up 69 during the 2009, and the one that didn't lose any was up 47 in 2009. Okay, and that's with active money management or an algorithm. All right, so with that said, with the IUL for the safe investments, you would have done, you wouldn't have lost anything, and you actually would have made a little bit, and you during the recovery you would have done much better. I think they've averaged, like, the S&P 500 averaged since the crash between 14 and 18%. Okay. Real estate is being artificially held up by the banks. There's still a lot of bank-owned properties that are being held. There's a lot of encouragement for the real estate investing, but here's the challenge with that. But there's a solution. What if somebody doesn't pay the rent? Okay, it could take up to 3 months to get them out of your property, and then you've eaten that. So there's something called a land trust, and it's like an envelope of legal protection. Okay, all right, for your real estate. All right, and so somebody signs a contract. The existing financing is already in place. If there is any, it's subject to the existing financing. The actual owner is a beneficiary of the trust, but the primary beneficiary of the trust is the tenant owner, and they have all the rights of a real owner. All right, except if they don't make a payment, they agree to vacate the property. That means you can get them out of there because in writing they agreed to it. Okay, so you don't have to wait 3 months. You can get them out. They put 3 months PITI in reserve into the trust. So if they do default, you got 3 months to keep the pay the underlying financing if you have to, and while you get another tenant in there, and maybe you have to make repairs or whatever, right? And so that's the way to do it. Real estate is, I agree, should be part of your portfolio, but not all of it. Another thing is with the index universal life, if you're trying to get into real estate, you got to have some money to get in. I would put it in the trust, and you can get a policy loan, very low interest, if any at all. But you got to save your money. You got to get started somewhere, right? And so that would be a good place to put it and to have it available. And then when you pay it